Hello, so in this video I want to talk about something that we hear often about us being the creators of our reality. In fact, if you look on my channel, I'm sure that I have said this a million times before, that we are the creators of our reality. And whilst there is a level of truth within that, it's not actually the whole truth. Because the truth is we are the co-creators of our reality. And why does it even matter? Creators, co-creators? Well, it matters because if you think about the world that we have been born into, we were born into a world where the divine was basically severed from us. But we were not, especially in the Western world, we weren't really taught about ourselves as souls, about being the spiritual beings that we are, having a human experience. We weren't taught how to connect to our soul, how to connect to the divine, or we were taught to do it through a very distorted lens through religion. And we grew up with all this confusion as well, right? Because of science telling us, no soul. So in the first part of our lives, we feel like we are on our own. We are on this journey. We've got so much going on in our inner world. We don't understand what's going on. What's on the outside just doesn't feel aligned with what's going on the inside. And we feel like we've got to do everything on our own, right? So we are out there creating our worlds, right? All on our own. We're carrying the whole burden of it until we start to wake up spiritually, and we start to realize that we are not alone. We've got a spiritual team, and not only are we not alone, we actually co-created this life. So we didn't create this life. We are not 100% the creators of our reality. We create in cooperation with our spirit team, with our soul, with divine God source. I mean, imagine if we were the sole creators of our life, right? And each and every one of us was like, well, I'm the creator, and you know what, guys, I want to be an actress. And then 7 billion souls come in and everyone wants to be an actress. That's not going to work. It's going to be like, it's just not going to work, right? So that's not how reality is sculpted for us in this earthly school. We actually co-create our lives. We create it with our soul, the totality of our soul, which is creating more than one life, is obviously central to the creation of the life that we are in right now. So yes, we are absolutely central to it, but we are creating it in co-creation with the divine plan for us. So the divine God source is part of that creation. And when we start to move from this, I am the creator of my life, which in a way, of course, is empowering, right? It's empowering to think I hold this power, and you do hold so much power, but it can also feel like a massive burden, and you can feel when things are not going according to how you want them to go, then you can feel like you are failing. But that is not the truth. When you understand that we actually co-create this life, that God source, has a huge influence on our life as we start to open up to that. And what does that mean for us? When we start to align with being a co-creator of our life rather than being the only creator. If I was the creator of my reality, that would mean that I was God, that I was the totality of God, and I am not the totality of God. None of us are the totality of God. We are all a fractal of God. So therefore we can't be the only creator of life. We are a co-creator. Our souls are in cooperation, collaboration with other souls, with other beings, in order to create a jigsaw, a masterpiece that can come together in harmony. And we're doing this with the totality, with God source, right? So there's many different influences and energies that are at play. Not only that, our souls take counsel as well from elders, from other higher councils of light beings. And so we are co-creating our reality. Now, I think that, I've been really thinking about these last few days. I've just been really contemplating that. And I feel like I wanted to share that message because whilst of course it's empowering to think we create our lives, there is more power in understanding that we co-create our lives, because in understanding that we co-create our lives, we open ourselves up to receive divine support. We open ourselves up to allowing divine miracles to flow into our life. If we think it's all on us, it's all on our shoulders, then not only can that feel like a heavy burden, but we're literally blocking out source, we're blocking out God, we're blocking out our spiritual teams from assisting us in this co-creation. Our dreams, sorry, my cats are having a little bit of fun there in the background. Our dreams interact with each other's dreams. I mentioned this in one of my videos earlier about how it really sunk into me how my dream is interwoven into so many other people's dreams, how they're so connected, we're so connected to each other. So we don't just create our reality alone, we co-create our reality, we co-create with the divine, with our higher selves, with the soul, and one could say, I am the soul, right? But again, beyond the soul is God's source, right? So unless we are God's source in the totality, we're not the sole creators of our life. We are the co-creators. I just think that for me, when I feel into that, it releases a huge amount of burden, but I'm still empowered. In fact, I'm even more empowered because now I've just opened up to a higher power. Now I can be humble and understand there's so much that I can do on the ground as the incarnated self, but there's so much more I can do when I open up to a higher power, to God's source, and I allow God's source in to help us. So I just wanted to bring this message to say, we are the co-creators of our life. When we align with that truth, that higher perspective, then we are going to make our life so much easier. It's going to start to flow easy. We can start to move into those energies of allowing miracles to drop into our life, allowing God's source to come in and do its part as well. So I just wanted to make that quick video, and if you're listening to this video, perhaps you needed to hear that message to know that you are not alone. You are not the sole creator of your life. You are the co-creator. It's not all on you. It's on you to open up to the higher realms and invite them in and start to follow that guidance and start to realize that there is so many more energies around you that are here to create, to sculpt, to help you align with your soul's highest blueprint, which is part of a higher divine plan for the whole of creation.